Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Let's put him out of boxes. Let's put that team out of boxes.
out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got it complete, Mike Davis. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Mike Davis.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in by Anderson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
The connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther 1st down. 1st and goal from just inside the 5.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A quick throw by Bridgewater, and that's complete. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
The score, Panthers 7, 49ers nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tighten up. Hey, gun.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Mostert, the ball.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go. What do you need? All day. Dick. Choose the mic. Let's go, D. Go ahead.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Garoppolo on first down. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of
the end result, 21 yards.
First down, Panthers.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down and 4. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
On the tackle.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Not much there, only a yard.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Sly on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Panthers 17, 49ers 7. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is...
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 59 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Bridgewater on 1st down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Anderson.
23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Joey Slye.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
17. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mine's 42. Mine's 42. 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch the screen. Mike 42. Mike 42. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. 42's the 12. 42's the line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
And 24-24. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Carolina.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
It's a gain of 10.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
9 yards. And the Panther first down.
Now Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Anderson.
7 yards the pickup there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 27-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A huge play there in overtime. 48 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here at OT. They're going for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra.